Hi there, welcome to Huson DIY. My name's Ben. In this video, we're checking out this portable monitor from Omiodo. Okay, so in the box we've got a portable monitor from the company called Omiodo or Omiodo. Not sure exactly how you say that. But in the video we'll check it out, get it out of the box, get some close-ups. We'll connect it into a few different devices. Try connect it to my mobile phone, laptop, Mac as well. We'll connect it to a few different things just to show the capability of the actual monitor itself. So first of all, let's get inside the box. Let's just get straight into it. Have a look at the monitor. See what we get included in the box as well. As you can see, quite a chunky box, quite a chunky monitor, but we'll cover the specifications once we get inside the box. So let's unbox it and see what we get. Okay, we're inside. So the portable monitor comes with a few different things. So it comes with a stand, a holder, some cables. We'll get into that in a moment though. But basically it's an IPS panel built into this actual monitor. Really bright, it should be really good and bright and colourful, and a really good clarity as well built in. We've got a 15.6 inch screen, 16:9 display ratio, and brightness control built into it as well. You can see just the stand built into it there, which will hopefully is this thing here, but we'll get, as I say, we'll check that out in a minute. So included, we've got the monitor itself all wrapped up nicely in this plastic. As I mentioned there, it's got the built-in kind of kickstand on the back there, which is great. So you can built-in kickstand, use it straight like that. That will obviously then tuck away into a bag, for example, which is really smart. So that's the monitor itself, really lightweight as well. Not much weight at all to that if you were looking to travel around with it. Okay, so we've got a few things going on here as well. So we've got what looks like a couple of screw points there you can screw things into. So I assume that is for maybe more of a Visa mount for it, potentially. I'm not so 100% sure. But the primary kind of way to use this is this magnetic kind of connection here. So we stick that onto the back of there. We've then got this ball and socket joint. So this is a nice sturdy base. If you've got a permanent place for this to go, on a desk for example, or where I'm going to use it, I think for kind of a portable monitor, just to check on my actual recordings while I'm doing recording, it's perfect for that. So I've got a socket and ball joint, so if I just loosen this off, pop that onto there. I will try and get some close-ups of all this at some point, but that should just push onto there. And then simply screw that back on there just to tighten things up. So obviously get that into the position that you want, tighten things up on the back, and you've then got a nice solid portable kind of monitor stand. Probably need to get that at the right angle, obviously adjust it to how you want it, but that seems solid enough, nice solid base to it. You can kind of move that around, keep it to one side. You've got a nice built-in monitor there. You can put your laptop below it, for example, or another tablet or your mobile phone, but really good there as a portable kind of monitor. This is probably more for like if you got it on the desk, for example. So you can then connect it into your desk, and then when you go away from your desk, you can then disconnect it from the magnetic connection, and then you've got the kickstand built in for using it more on the go as a portable actual monitor. So a few different options there, obviously with that built-in magnetic kind of base there. If you've also got another magnetic kind of base, you could also connect it straight and directly onto there. Really versatile with a few different mounting options. So it comes with a few different cables as well to plug into this. Now ports on the side of this, so it's all controlled just on the back of here. We've got a few different ports on the side. We've got a mini HDMI port just there, and then two USB-C ports. So I think this will support USB-C or Thunderbolt connectivity for USB-C display. And then we've obviously got the actual mini HDMI. So again, some different options depending on what you need to use it for or what connectivity you've got. So if you've got a computer that only supports HDMI, obviously you can go straight in with HDMI. Or if not, you can use USB-C, which I will try and show a couple of different options and capabilities for the monitor. There's also a headphone port on the back of there. We've got the controls, a power button and some basic controls just built onto the side of there as well, just to control probably some of the settings and flicking between the different input sources, just built really nicely just on the back of there. And as I mentioned, the two cables are an actual mini HDMI to standard HDMI cable, which is good that comes included. And then we've got a single USB to USB-C. Then we've got a standard USB Type A to USB Type C cable, probably for powering it if you are using the HDMI. I assume some of these monitors, they will take power and display when you're using USB Type C. Last thing to mention in the box as well is this nice carry case. Let's just get this out of the packaging. So nice simple sleeve just to protect the monitor if you are using it while traveling. Let's just show that in use. So we'll pop that in there. pop that into a laptop bag, a suitcase, hold all, for example. You can travel all around with that really, really easily. Smart that it comes included, just another little extra touch, obviously, from the company deciding to put one of those in. So that and the cables, really, really good, really versatile, giving you tons of different options, obviously from a mounting perspective as well. Okay, what I'll do now, just get some close-ups of the monitor and the accessories that come with it, just to show that off in a little bit more detail. And then we'll connect it up to my mobile phone, which is a Samsung Android phone. We'll connect it up to a laptop, so we'll try both a Windows and a Mac as well, just to show the capability, basic capability of showing the display, connecting to this, just to show it off. We'll try and use the HDMI and the USB-C just to show both options, and then we'll do a little summary at the end just to confirm the initial kind of review of the monitor. So first up, we'll just get some close-ups of all the different elements, what comes included, so you can just see exactly what's in the box, up close and personal, and then we'll get some footage of it actually in use. So back in a second with close-ups and footage. Okay, so here we go. We've got the monitor set up just here, as you can see. I've got a USB Type-C cable only plugged in at the moment. I've got my mobile phone, which I've mentioned is a Samsung mobile phone. It's an S24 Ultra. So I've got it, nothing on there at all, just the home screen on my actual phone. I'm just going to plug that straight in and see what happens on the monitor. So I'll plug it into the USB-C port on my phone. Pop that down there. So it's connected to the external display, and there we go. So that's worked straight away. Hopefully you can see that there. So we've got Samsung DeX showing at the moment there. That's built in by default, Samsung DeX. So what I'll do, let me just turn that off. So I can't control, I've got no mouse or anything at the moment, so we'll just turn that off for now. And then we'll actually just try and do a mirror to the actual screen. So we'll turn off wired DeX. So now I've just got my mobile phone screen there. So if I go landscape, sorry. In fact, what we'll do, let's play a YouTube video. So let's jump into YouTube. We'll play a video. The most recent video we've got on there is a Kindle Scribe Coloursoft review. The Kindle Scribe Coloursoft is finally in the UK, and guess what? We've got one. Okay, so it's going to landscape mode, so we've got the video playing there, so let's just press play. Okay, welcome to the channel. My name's Ben. In this video we're checking out the Kindle Scribe Coloursoft, as I mentioned at the beginning. Now I've been waiting for this. So that's playing on there, really good quality. Hopefully you can pick that up on there. Let me just turn that there, so I'll just play more of the video. For a while to come to the UK. I think it got released around November time in the US, but it's in the UK market now. So there is audio coming through the monitor. The audio level is quite low, which you would expect. I'm not sure if we can turn that up. Let's try and turn the volume up though as well. There isn't much of a built-in speaker. It is really thin as a monitor, so I'm not expecting too much of an output from there. But there is the built-in headphone port, which obviously you could connect your headphones to this or to the phone as well, either or, whichever way you want to do it. So let's try and turn the volume up. So this is the control button just on the side. Yes, so the volume's only set to 50. So let's get that up to 83. Let's replay that at 83. Okay, so previously on the channel I reviewed this, the original. Again, that's not too loud, so let's try and put it all the way up to 100. Right, so the volume's set to the maximum of 100 now. Scribe, I think it's a 2022 version, I believe. I did get another one as well, which is kind of an upgrade. It was the 2025 one, I think it was. So we are getting some audio come through it, but that is really low. The volume is really low, but I don't think it's designed to be an actual speaker as such. But audio does come out of the actual monitor itself. So that is a bonus if you want some audio to come through, but I don't expect to use this as to play music or anything like that. The volume does seem really low. But as I mentioned, you can put the headphones into a jack on here or connect up wirelessly probably from your mobile phone, which would be better. So that's a mobile phone working. We have DeX showing, so DeX would work. So if you connect a mouse and a keyboard to your mobile phone, in theory, you could use DeX on the monitor as well and use it as a desktop, so kind of a portable computer, just using your mobile phone on the go with the monitor. What we'll do next, though, connect up to a Windows device, just a laptop and a MacBook as well, just to show the capability off. And hopefully we can use the USB-C on both of them, but I will also hopefully show the HDMI cable in action as well. So I'll get those now and we'll get connected up. Okay, monitor ready again, USB-C cable, the one that came included as well, not an extra one. And we've got the MacBook there, standard MacBook, M1 MacBook, it's quite an old one, but we've got the USB-C ports on the side of here. I'm going to try it out now. Just got Blender on there now at the moment. So I'll plug this in. I've not done anything other than just plugging this in, so let's see what happens straight out of the box. Okay, There we go, we've got a display on there. So you could use that as an extended display, which has gone to straight away. Nice extended display showing there, but also obviously you could do a duplicate as well. So do a duplicate view from your MacBook just to mirror the display as well. So really, really simple, as you can see there. Nice vibrant colours on the IPS panel, so really, really smart. So what we'll do next, we'll try out the Windows laptop. We've got USB-C and an HDMI port on the Windows laptop, so I'll try out both on that next. Okay, we go, we've got Windows laptop, again with YouTube just showing there. So let's plug this straight in. Again, I've not done anything else. USB-C cable into the monitor, let's just plug it straight into the actual Windows PC and kind of see what happens. So it's going to do something, and there we go, we've got a mirror display from the actual Windows PC onto that monitor there. Again, colours look really sharp, really bright, really, really good. Obviously you can change the resolution if you want to change things from your computer to the monitor, but the default settings look really, really good there. So let's just play the video. We'll turn the volume up.
Okay, welcome to the channel. My name is Ben. In this video we're checking out the Kindle Scribe colour.
So again, we've got audio coming out of the actual monitor, quite low, so it's not an actual sending device issue. It is the actual monitor itself. I don't think it's an issue. I wouldn't call it out as a con. There's no claim from the monitor that it's got really good audio quality or anything like that. There is a built-in speaker, maybe more of a confident speaker for the monitor rather than an actual really high quality output. But you can see, plug and play, no problems. MacBook, phone, Windows PC. Only thing left now, just to check the HDMI connection. Obviously HDMI doesn't deliver power, so we need some separate power, which comes included, which I mentioned, which is a USB type A to USB type C cable included in the box. So I've got a little plug here on the desk. We'll power things up and see if we can make it work with the HDMI cable. Okay, so I've got things ready to go now. I've got the USB type A and the HDMI cable, so I'm going to plug in the USB cable first of all. So just to get some power to the device, let's see if that flicks on. Like so, so we've got power, and I've got the HDMI cable which I'll plug directly into the Windows laptop, like so. And there we go, auto detects the actual HDMI input, plug and play, nothing needed to do. Obviously you can change things, I've got it mirrored at the moment just by default, so mirrored from the laptop to the monitor. As you can see, same size if not a little bit bigger on the actual portable monitor, so really, really good. One thing we will do, let's just test the audio.
As I mentioned at the beginning, now I've been waiting for this for a while to come to the UK. I think it got released around November time in the US.
So again, we've got audio coming through, same kind of volume output compared to USB-C. And as I mentioned a couple of times now, we're not expecting real high levels of output, but there is definitely audio coming through. So as you can see, USB-C connected from mobile phone, MacBook PC, Windows PC, really, really simple to do. And now I've connected the actual HDMI cable from the actual Windows laptop into the monitor, working no problems with the included HDMI to mini HDMI cable, which is super good in terms of value for money. So all plug and play, no messing about, no configuration needed. It's auto detection on the actual channel as well. And obviously if you've got multiple things connected, as in HDMI and USB-C, you can flick between the two really easily. So overall, really good, really simple to do with those tests so far with the MacBook, the Windows PC and my Android mobile phone. Okay, all done now with that bit of testing there. Really, really good, really impressed. Just to mention as well, in the instruction book that comes included, we've got different ways of connecting. So we've obviously got the USB-C, and then we've got HDMI, which requires power, as we mentioned a couple of times. Go from a smartphone, an iPhone with a lightning port as well, if you've got an older iPhone with a lightning port. Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck, so that'd be a great portable kind of gaming setup as well if you've got a Steam Deck or a Nintendo Switch connected using the hub especially into this, which would be great. And you can also connect it in theory to any HDMI device, which includes PS4s, PS5s, Xboxes, anything like that. Really, really versatile. It mentions in here as well around changing your display settings if required. Obviously on PCs and Macs and phones it can be a little bit different, but as you've seen there, I've done nothing else other than plug and play, and we've got started really, really easily. So overall, really great product, really good value for money in terms of what you get included in the box as well, with a couple of stand options, cables included. The fact it comes with a mini HDMI to standard HDMI cable, that alone is really, really good. Sometimes some monitors come or some display devices come and you don't get cables included. So it's great that it has no problems at all with the actual cables included either. They seem decent enough quality. You obviously might want to swap them out for maybe a longer cable, shorter cable or different quality cable if you actually are concerned with that, but it seems really good what you get inside the box. And in terms of the power, it doesn't need much power. That's just a standard USB-A port I've got on my desk. It's just powering that, so not massive amounts of power required either. And if you are using USB-C output, then that's fine anyway. So overall, a great product, really, really versatile, and definitely something we'd recommend.